everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Mai, and today's video is going to be this family trailer that I have built in the world of Copperdale. And about a year ago I also made a little trailer in the same world, and I think on the same lot as well, but it was a little bit smaller, and I don't know, I just felt inspired to do it again. I think that's a lot of fun, and definitely in the future I want to make like a full trailer park. But I don't have the time or headspace to make a whole thing, but another little one is fun as well. This one actually ends up having 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. I think the last one I made only ended up having 2 bedrooms. So yeah, this one's a lot of fun. I'm really happy with the result, and it ends up having a really fun shape. Yeah, I really like how this turned out. And I am working on the exterior. I really love the colors that I chose for this. The deep green just really blends in nicely with the world, and I don't know, it feels like a nice little woodsy getaway in a way. And I also really like the windows that I chose. I used these shuttered ones from Discover University, and this is where I realized that before I place more windows I should probably get the layout down, but I already had a very clear idea in my head for what the layout was supposed to look like, because when I built the shell I had that in mind, so thankfully it was easy to do. And yeah, I mean, not a lot of variety with the windows there, but I think that it looks okay. I don't think that these kinds of homes tend to have a lot of variety in the windows anyway, so it was fine. And yeah, adding last little touches on the exterior. I thought about changing the wall color, but I think it was perfect the way that it is. I love the deep forest green. That's just me, because I'm just a huge green girly. And yeah, starting on the interior. Sorry if I seem a little bit all over the place right now. I am super just overwhelmingly busy with things, but of course I want to get these videos done for you guys, and you know, this is on my list of priorities, so I just might seem a little bit flustered while I'm recording. I was gonna say while I'm building, but I'm not building anymore. And we're starting off with the kitchen. We are using some base game counters, and I wanted to make the kitchen originally a little bit bigger, but I think it was just eating a little bit too much into our living area space. So I did have to pull it back a little bit, but I think that there is still going to be one counter that your Sims can cook on. Like I said before, this house has 3 bedrooms, and one of the bedrooms is decorated for a toddler and a baby, so there's probably a lot of people living in this house. So I don't know, you want to have a lot of little areas. Although I'm going to be super honest about something. The dining area that I create is not actually functional. So if you are going to play in this build, or play on this lot, you are probably oh my gosh, see, I told you I'm gonna be flustered. You're probably going to want to make it functional. I'll show you why it's not functional when we actually get to it. For now, we're working on the living room, and I used these 2 different couches because I thought that it looked really cute. And I'm correct. If you disagree, let me know, but I think I'm correct, and I really like it. I think that it's cozy. I think that it looks kind of realistic. I don't know how common it is to really have perfect matching love seats in a house, but I think that it looks kind of cute mismatched, so I kept it. And I also really like the colors on there. It looks really cozy. But here we are starting to work on our dining area. And as you can see, the booths that are available kind of clip into each other. They don't go into the corner, and on top of that, they clip into each other, which is not fun. And the whole reason that I even added that little extra space was because I wanted them to, wrap perfectly in that space. So what I do is I try to use this booth from, from Dine Out. But it has these weird gaps on the side, and I don't like that, and I don't know why those gaps are there to begin with, because why would you make a corner booth if it doesn't actually fill up the corner? So anyways, after kind of contemplating whether I should keep those or not, and I don't know, make it look super glitchy, or just to straight up have a non-functional dining area, I decided I want it to look good, and I'm going to let it not be functional. But if the Sims team could at some point give us actual dining booths that they work like the sectional sofa, that would be amazing, and it would be life-changing. And imagine how good that would look with the round table, to have your Sims sitting around it with a round sectional booth. I don't know, I think that that would add a really nice little extra something to the build. And anyways, we're moving on to kind of cluttering up this entire space all at once. I just, as you can see, created the general shape for everything where I wanted all of the big furniture pieces, and now we are going to oh my gosh, we are going back to add the details. See, you know what, I would probably stop the voiceover every time I mess up and then start over and say the right thing and properly and everything, but I simply don't even have the time to do that, so we are just going to have to deal with my absolutely flustered voiceover. So anyways, we did manage to add a little laundry area over here, and what I end up doing as well is I add a wall between the laundry area and the entryway with a little archway that looks really cute. You'll see it in the screenshots. I don't do it until post-production, but I think that it actually turns out looking a lot nicer, because then you don't get an entryway that also functions as a laundry room, or vice versa, a laundry room that also functions as an entryway. It gives a little bit of separation so that it doesn't feel yucky, I guess. But yeah, and so it also doesn't feel like a hallway. I think by adding that wall, it also helps make it feel less like a hallway. So yeah, that looks a lot better. You'll see in post-production or in the screenshots, like I said. And here we are just kind of cluttering up. And I don't use the kits in this build until the editing portion. So until post-production, where I edit the build and make it look a little bit better. So I don't actually end up using any of the new kits in this build, or in this lot, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't end up using any of the kits until post-production. So you will see some of those things added later, but not while we're building. I did kind of build a lot of things all at once because I was about to become really busy and I needed to pre-record some items or pre-record some builds, and this is just kind of where we ended up. And here we are trying to find a coffee table, and I really like the way that that one looked. I don't remember if that one's from Island Living or if that one came with some kind of free update. I think it's one of those two, but either way, it looks good. And we're just cluttering up the laundry room before we start on our very first bedroom, going to be our little infant and toddler room. And I really love that little strawberry wallpaper from Pastel Pop, which we do end up using. I did not have a clear vision as to what I wanted for this room at the start, so it takes me a while, but I'm really happy with the end result here. And as always, I'm also really excited to hear what you guys think of the end result here. There's a lot of colors going on. We've got the orange, we've got the pinks, we've got the yellows, the florals, the strawberries, and on top of that we have the blue coming from our little crib here. And yeah, it's a very bright and busy room, but the Sims are going to grow out of it pretty fast, so I think that that's fine. And yeah, it's a small room, so we can't fit too much, but I do fit this little dollhouse because I felt like it had all of the colors, because it has like a blue exterior, but then it also has a couple of orange details, so I thought that looked really nice and fit really well. Above our change table, I added this shelf from Dream Home Decorator, which has hooks where you can add little kids' clothes, so I thought that was a really good use of space since we don't have a ton of it to place any dressers or anything. And yeah, just adding a couple little clutter items, making it look really loved and lived in. I add a mirror over here. Yes, this one from Discover University, and it's in pink, which I love. I love the color pink. So I added that in, and those little toddler shoes, which are adorable. And honestly, I don't decorate the walls too much because I didn't want to make it busier than it already was. But yeah, it looks really nice and I'm happy with it. And we are working on our second bedroom, and this bedroom's actually my favorite space in the house. And to be honest, I don't really know why. I decorated it kind of for like a child or a teenager that is definitely like an overachiever. They're very smart, and they're probably going to become, some kind of, I don't know, like a detective or an astronaut, or I don't know, something really like, important, and they're definitely going to change the world. I mean, the other kids are also definitely going to change the world. They just need to grow up first, I guess. But this one's just like a really like, intelligent kid. And I added a lot of like medals and trophies and just like all that stuff. I think I even added like some diplomas, but they're not actually, in my head, they're not graduated yet, but they're more aspirational diplomas. And I had some bookshelves. I gave them their little computer. And I don't know, I just add a lot of detail into this room. So I think that's also why it makes it my favorite room. And I really like the colors. I love the muted blue on the bed. I think that, I don't know, everything just kind of blends together really well. I really like this kind of dilapidated bookshelf that I placed. I think it's from the Basement Treasures kit. And I don't know, I just kind of imagine that they built it themselves in like wood shop or something, and it really can't hold a lot up, but they have a trophy on there and a couple of books, so I thought it looked cute, adding a couple of like little flags. They're on the chess team, they're on the computer team, the little flag from like the university that they aspire to go to. There's our little trophy shelf, which I love, and I did like change the swatch for the university flag to be from Foxbury, which is the science university, so a little bit of like realism there. Maybe one of their parents is a scientist, went to Foxbury University, and so they really want to do the same thing. And yeah, a little rug to add a little coziness. But we are now moving on to our primary bedroom, and I also really love the way this room looks. It's also super cozy, and I add a little desk and a little dresser, and I don't know, it just ends up looking really nice. It doesn't really have anything special at all, but I don't know, it's just a cute, nice little room. Very spacious, to be honest. I wasn't really expecting this room to turn out so spacious, but I guess it's good because then we got to fit in the desk. So I don't know, in case one of the parents works from home or something. I thought also maybe one of the parents was like a chef or something, although they do have a pretty tiny kitchen. If I worked as a chef, I would hate to have a tiny kitchen. Maybe one of them is a writer. I don't really know. I guess I'll leave that up to you. Although this build specifically does make me want to build a little family to live in here. I don't know why. It's especially the small spaces that like I'm most drawn to, I don't know, that they inspire me to go into gameplay. I don't do gameplay too often, but yeah, it's little spaces like this that inspire me to. And yeah, just adding a lot of little clutter. I do end up adding more in post-production, especially after I get my hands on the kits, especially whichever kit it is that has the like open book that's facing down. That's a really cute piece, and I feel like it should have been included in the everyday clutter kit already. But yeah, I'm glad that we finally got it though, even if it wasn't included before. And I did add a couple of little like picture frames there. I had placed one in the baby's room as well, and since there wasn't one in the older kids' room, I placed it in the parents' bedroom. Like, I don't know, they didn't want it in their room anymore, so the parents were like, "Aw, but we love this photo and we'll keep it in ours." Just one of the things that my brain does while I'm building and just like ranting in my brain. But I did try to add an AC unit, the one from For Rent, but I couldn't find a place for it, so I got rid of it. But I really like it out here. I add those swings from Life and Death, I think it is, and a little picnic bench, a barbecue. I end up adding hopscotch as well after in post-production, so yeah, it looks really cute. And I do end up doing a little bit of light landscaping, not a crazy amount, but just enough to have it blend into the world. I really chose the hawthorn trees, but they were a little bit too lush for the ones that were around in the world. So I got rid of those and I added, I think, the mesquite tree and the dry pine one from Granite Falls. But here we have our screenshots now. Yay! There you can see the hopscotch that I added. This is our backyard space, which we're not going to see again later because we're already seeing it with the exterior screenshots. There's the back of the build, not much going on there. Here is our porch, our little patio, looks really cute with the little rocking chair. And here we have our entryway with that archway going into the laundry room, and I did add that new record player from the Secret Sanctuary kit thing. So yeah, I had forgotten to add a record player before, so that was perfect. And I also added a couple of extra details in this little corner, just on those hanging plants. I added stuff above so that it looked like shelves. And here we have our bathroom, which I didn't include in the video. It's a simple bathroom, there's not much to it. Here we have our laundry space, which I really like. I'm glad that I was able to fit that in, especially if you have 3 kids, you're gonna want a laundry space. Here we have our kids' room. I did end up adding the headphones that came with the gamer kit, the cozy gamer kit. I don't know what I was saying, pick. But yes, the cozy gamer kit. I added the headphones from there. Here we have our kids' bedroom, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here we have our primary bedroom with all of those extra clutter items around and the pegboard actually behind the computer. But this is going to be the last space we see. I really hope you enjoyed this build as much as I did. Bye buds, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, comment, and share with your friends. Talk to y'all soon. Bye!